सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, सुगंध तुलसी दलवनमाली, सुगंध गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, माधव मुरहर मुनिजन सेवित, माधव मुरहर मुनिजन सेवित, मुरलीधर श्री गिरिधारी, माधव मुरहर मुनिजन सेवित, मुरलीधर श्री गिरिधारी, जय जय गोपी मनोहर गिरिधारी, जय जय गोपी मनोहर गिरिधारी, गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरिधर नागर, मुरली मनोहर गिरिधारी, जय जय गोपी मनोहर गिरिधारी, जय जय गोपी मनोहर गिरिधारी, जय जय गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, सुगंध तुलसी दलवनमाली, गिरिधारी जय गिरिधारी, Jaya Giridhari. Om Namo Narayanaya. 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 Satchidanandarupaya Vishvotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. So after having glorified the Lord, now Devakī Mata makes a request to Bhagavan. What is the request? Verse number 28. Sattvam ghoradugrasenatmajannah trahitrastan bhritya vitrasahasi rupam chedam paurusham dhyanadhishnyam ma pratyaksham māṁsa-dṛśāṁ krishishthāha. Sattvam, such a Lord as you are, who is the Kshemadhama, who is the ultimate refuge to everyone, the abode of our welfare and well-being. O Lord, there is one request. What is the request? Ghorat ugrasenatmajat nah trahi. Please protect trahi. Nah, who are we? Trastan. We are really scared, Bhagavan. From whom are you scared? Ghorat ugrasenatmajat. Atmaja means son. Ugrasena Atmaja, the son of Ugrasena. Who is son of Ugrasena? Kamsa. How is he? Ghorat, wicked fellow, terrible fellow. What has he done? He has already killed 6 children of Devakī. Yesterday I think I told 7. It is not 7, it is 6. 6 children Kamsa killed. 7th one was Balarama, he escaped. 8th is Bhagavan Krishna. So 6 children he had killed. So such a terrible, wicked fellow. Bhagavan, please protect us. Why? Because Bhritya Vritrasahasi. Who are you? Bhritya Vitrasaha. This is the name of the Lord. That particular line is very tongue twisting, you know. Trahit trastan bhritya vitrasahasi. tongue twisters of Vedavyasa Rishi. Bhritya vitrasa ha. Ha means the destroyer. Ha. Destroyer. Destroyer of what? Vitrasa. Trasa means affliction, sorrow. When you add V in front of trasa, it becomes extreme sorrow. Vitrasa ha. Ha means the destroyer of the extreme sorrows. Whose sorrows? Bhritya. Bhritya means the devotees. Actually, Bhritya means servant. The servants of the Lord, the devotees of the Lord. So Bhagavan is the one who destroys the afflictions of the devotees of the Lord. This is the meaning. Bhritya vitrasaha. Bhagavan does not destroy the affliction, the sorrows of everyone. He is very choosy. He destroys the sufferings of only those who have surrendered unto him. Right? Bhagavan, are you not cruel? Some people may ask. You are very partial. Bhagavan says, yes, I am partial. I am partial. Only those people who surrender to me, those seek my help, only them I help. So there is a blemish of the Lord, sometimes they say. Bhagavan, you say Karuna Sagar, you must just, protect everyone. What is this? Only selected few you are protecting. So then Bhagavan Shankaracharya comes up with examples, you see. The sunlight is everywhere, but if the fellow has closed all the windows and doors, he will have to suffer in darkness. You can't blame the sun for it. Can you say sun is very partial? He is giving darkness only to this fellow and everywhere. No. This person has to open the windows and doors, isn't it? Or the another example is a fire. You are struggling, you are suffering the winter, shivering. Fire is there. If you don't go to the fire, you can't blame the fire. Fire is in a way partial. Anyone who comes to me, I will give heat. That way fire is also partial. So it is our job to go to Lord. It is our job, Sharanagati. So throughout Bhagavad Gita, you will find the first condition is Sharanagati. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. You surrender unto me. This is what you have to do. Then I will do what I have to do. First you do what you have to do. Surrendering is your job. Isn't it? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. The next I will do. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. That is what I will do. So there is something which you have to do. And if you do it, then I will do what I am supposed to do. The drowning person has to, stick out his hand. Then somebody can pull him out. Isn't it? So why is there so much of suffering? There is so much of suffering because we never approach God. We never go to God, surrender unto God. That is why there is suffering. So you can't blame God. Bhritya vitrasaha. He is the destroyer of the suffering. But not everybody is suffering. Bhritya vitrasa. You have to be a Bhritya first. Then the Lord will take care of you. Tesham aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. Bhavami nachirat partha mai aveshita chetasam. There is a condition. Those who fix their mind in me, I take their entire responsibility. It is my responsibility then. Sakrideva prapannaya tavasmiti yachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. This is my vratam. I have taken a vow. What is that? Sakrideva, even once a person should say, Tava asmi, Bhagavan, I am yours. At least once you say this, Bhagavan, I am yours. Then it is my responsibility to give him abhayam, make him fearless. Bhagavan Ramchandraji says in Ramayana. Right. The mistake we do is we never go to him. So therefore, Devakī says, Bhagavan, you are the protector. the destroyer of all sorrows of your devotees. So this is my request. Trahi, protect us. Trastan, we are miserable. Protect us from this wicked fellow. Ma pratyaksham. So what is my request? Bhagavan, rupam cha idam paurusham dhyana dhishnyam. This form which you have taken, which is in front of me, this form, paurusham rupam, this human form. And what is this form? Dhyana dhishnyam, which is fit for dhyana, meditation. Dhishnya means altar. That form which is fit to become the altar for meditation. Dhyana dhishnyam. So my request is, Bhagavan, ma pratyaksham. Don't make it pratyaksha like this. The moment that fellow sees it, he will understand. Because who is he? Māṁsa-dṛśāṁ. He is a māṁsa-dṛk. Dṛk means seer. The one who sees only the māṁsa. Māṁsa means what? Flesh, the body. He is not Isha-dṛk or Atma-dṛk. He is māṁsa-dṛk. Bhagavan, he will see only your external form, and that's all he can see. He is an animal. Pashu, the one who just sees and takes whatever is seen, is called a Pashu. Pashyati iti Pashu. The one who sees only the external and doesn't know anything else, that's called as Pashu. So Bhagavan, he is such a person. Māṁsa-dṛk, you see the terms used. Huh? So any person who sees only the external form is a Māṁsa-dṛk. All these materialists, they are all coming under this category. Māṁsa-dṛk. Sees only the body, doesn't believe in anything other than the body, the physical body. So Bhagavan, ma pratyaksham, please. So my request is, say the next one, 29 and 30. Janmate mayyasau papaha ma vidyan Madhusūdana samudvije bhavat hetoho kamsadaha madhiradhihi upasamhara vishwatman adorupamalaukikam Shankha-chakra-gada padma Shriya-jushtam Chaturbhujam Janmate mai asau papaha ma vidyat Madhusūdana. Hey Madhusūdana, see the name used. Madhu is a Rakshasa. Madhusūdana, the killer of Madhu. So Bhagavan killed this fellow also. Hey Madhusūdana, may he not know, ma vidyat, may he not know, what? Te janma mayi, that you have taken birth in me. May this papaha, papa means the sinner. Asau papaha, this sinner, may he not know that you have been born through me. Bhagavan, you know my condition? Samudvije, I am extremely scared. For whom? Bhavat hetoho. For your sake, I am scared. See, this is a motherly attitude. The mother is always anxious and worried about the child. The child is Bhagavan, even then she is worried. Samudvije bhavat hetoho kamsad aham. I am worried. That worry, the source is Kamsa. Kamsad aham. Adhira dhihi. What is the state of my mind? Dhi means mind. Adhira. There is no courage in me. I am so worried. I don't get the strength. Thinking of that fellow. I am really worried about you, Bhagavan. So here also we have to understand one thing. That person may be a great devotee, but according to the role that devotee is playing in the world, according will be the emotions and feelings, etc. How much ever the devotee great may be. There's a very beautiful story which I heard. It had come in our Baliviyar magazine, Very nice story. So Tulsidas ji and Surdas ji, they were sitting together. So Tulsidas ji is a great devotee of Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, who considered Rama as his master. And Surdas ji was a great devotee of Krishna, and he considered Balakrishna as his own child. So both of them were sitting. At that time, somebody comes and tells, "Oh, a wild elephant is coming, running, run." Surdarji becomes tensed up. Tulsidas is aram se, he is sitting there. So then Surdaji immediately, he is trying to run away. Tulsi says, why are you running? There is a Lord, He will take care. So then Surdaji says, see, you meditate on God as your master. So it is His responsibility to protect you. But I meditate on God as my child. So it is my responsibility. So Surdaji ran away from there because he has to protect his child. So you have to understand, devotees are different varieties. And the way you have connected to God, what kind of relationship you have developed with God, accordingly will be your behavior. So in the same way, here the role of Devakī is, I am the mother. So then naturally these feelings will be there. So this way you have to understand. Don't say, what is this? She thinks all, but still she is worried. So that means that is not the way to think. When you are playing a role in the world, you will play accordingly. So mother's role is tension, worry, anxiety for the child. So therefore, oh Lord, I am really worried about you. Right? Upasamhara Vishwatman. I know you are Vishwatman, the self of all beings. But Bhagavan, Upasamhara, withdraw. What? This Rupam Alaukikam, this divine, unearthly form of yours. What kind of form? Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Shriyajustam Chaturbhujam. This form of yours is Chaturbhujam, carrying Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, etc. Bhagavan, please, Upasamhara, take it away. I want to see that normal child, not this divine child. Because that fellow will come and he will immediately recognize you and he will do something. And now the last verse is beautiful. This is how Devakī winds her stuti. Vishvam yadetat swatanau nishante yathāvakāśam puruṣah paro bhavan bibharti soyam mama garbhago bhu aho nrilokasya vidambanam hitat. Oh Bhagavan, what a leela you are playing. Who are you? Vishvam yadetat swatanau nishante bibharti. You are the one, during the prayer time, the whole cosmos, it just goes into your womb. You are the one who is carrying the whole cosmos in your womb. Such Parapurusha you are. Just like Avakasham, just like, we carry the space in our stomach. There is a space in the stomach. So just like we carry our space, in the same way, the whole cosmos you are carrying in your womb. And such a Lord, sa ayam mama garbhabuhu. That Lord has come into my womb. You have taken birth in my womb. Just imagine, the Lord in whose womb the whole world is, that Lord is in my womb. Bhagavan nrilokasya vidambanam hitadu. Such a mockery you have made. What a ridiculous thing. What leela you play in your human form. That Lord, the whole world is in His womb. And now that Lord is in my womb. Right. So this way, Devakīji's stuti gets over. And now Bhagavan speaks to Devakī. Because her request was, Bhagavan, take away this form. So now Bhagavan is giving, why I have shown you this form. So now, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Okay. Tvameva purva sarge bhu prishnisvayam bhuve sati tadayam sutapanama prajapatira kalmashaha. Amma Sati, oh sacred one, oh pure-hearted one. You know why I am showing this? Let me tell a story. There are so many things at present you don't remember. I will have to tell you who you are, who you were in your previous births. Tvameva, Purva Sarge, in your previous birth, you alone, who you were, Prishnihi. Your name was Prishni. When was it? Swayambhuve. In Swayambhuva Manvantara, your name was Prishni. What is the Manvantara now going on? Vaivaswata Manvantara. During Puja, Sankalpa, etc., you say, isn't it? So in one day of Brahmaji, there are 1,000 Chaturyugas, and there are 14 Manus who come within this 1,000 Chaturyuga. So every Manu has got 70 Chaturyuga, roughly, if you calculate. So at present, Manu is the person who is taking care of the law and order of the whole universe. So the present Manu who is in charge is called Vaivaswata Manu. And at present, the current Brahmaji, what is his age now? He is 51. Yeah, 51 years. I think 51st year is going on and his first day is going on. Remember, in his clock, you know our existence, it is not even 0.01 millisecond. If we calculate the, for 12, for him it is 1,000 Chaturyugas for our 1 hour. That is 1,000 Chaturyugas. So if you calculate, it is hardly 0.01 millisecond, our existence. Anyway, that is not the point here. Okay. So Prishni in Swayambhu, so in your previous birth, your name was Prishni. Okay. And what was his name? Vasudeva. Tadayam Sutapa nama. His name was Sutapa. So Prishni and Sutapa. Prajapatihi akalmasha. He was also a very pure-hearted person. Akalmasha, pure-hearted. Yuvam vai brahmanadishtau prajasarge yada tatah sanniyamendriya gramam te pathe paramam tapah. Yuvam, both of you, Yuvam vai brahmana adishtau. So that was the beginning of the creation. So Brahmaji asked you. What did he ask? So you were born from Brahmaji. So Brahmaji instructed you. What did he instruct? Praja sarge. Multiply, procreate. Because more beings have to be there. So this is the instruction given by Brahmaji. Praja sarge. Multiply the species. And then what did you do? Sanniyamyendriya gramam te pathe paramam tapaha. They did not directly get into this process of procreation. What did they do? Sanniyamya indriya gramam, controlling all the senses, the mind and the senses, both of them started doing paramam tapaha, extreme tapas. What is that extreme tapas? Varshavata tapahima, Varshavata tapahima, gharma kala gunananu. Sahamano shwasarodha vinirdhuta manomalo. Yes, they started doing tapas, exposing themselves to varsha, rain, vata, wind, atapa, heat, hima, snow, gharma, sunshine, Kala Gunananu, and exposing themselves to all kinds of seasons. Sahamano, forbearing, tolerating all those inconveniences. Shwasarodha, and doing pranayama, controlling their breath. And in this way, when they did tapas, Vinirdhuta manomala, all the mala of the mind, all the impurities of the mind, everything got washed away. Vinirdhuta. When you do tapas, the impurities of the mind go away. How were they surviving? Shirna parna lilaharo upashantena chetasa mattah kanam abhipsanto madaradhanamihatu. How were they surviving? Shirna parna, living on dry leaves. Anila, living on mere air. This is all what they ate. Upashantena chetasa, and the mind was made peaceful. With with a peaceful mind. Matta kaman abhipsanto, intensely desiring to get a boon from me. Mat aradhanam ihatuhu, they did my worship. I mean, you did my worship. So Bhagavan is talking to Devakī. You did my worship this way. This is what you have done as Prishni and Sutapa during Swayambhuva Manvantara. Then, evam va tapyatos tīvram tapah paramadushkaram divya-varsha sahasrani dvadasheyurmadatmanah. In this way, you did this paramadushkaram tapas. Extremely intense tapas you did. How long? Divya-varsha sahasrani dvadasha. Dvadasha varsha sahasrani means how much? 12,000 years. And it is not 12,000 years, it is 12,000 divine years. What is the difference? 365 human years equal to 1 divine year. So therefore you have to multiply it with 3,365. Divya Varsha Sahasra. By reading itself we get exhausted. No tapas is needed. Both of you, fixing your mind in me, you did this kind of tapas. You may not remember, but I know it. Let me remind you what all you have done, because of which I am there in front of you. Tadavam paritushtoham amuna vapushanaghe tapasa shraddhaya nityam bhaktya cha hridi bhavitah pradurasam varadarat yuvayo kamaditsaya vriyatam vara ityukte madrisho vamvrutasutah. And when you did this kind of tapas, tadavam paritushtaha, I was extremely pleased with your tapas. Because what kind of tapas it was? Tapasa, shraddhaya, nityam, bhaktya, hridi bhavitaha. You were remembering me, worshipping me in your heart with lot of shraddha, bhakti. So therefore I was extremely pleased. And therefore I appeared in front of you. In which form? Amuna Vapusha, with this very same form which you are seeing, this, Chaturbhuja form, I had appeared in front of you. And then I asked you, Vriyatam Vara iti, ask what do you want? And then you said, Madrishaha Vamvrutasutaha. You said, Bhagavan, I want a sutaha, son like you. I want a son like you. Okay. Ajuštagramya vishayau anapatyau cha dampati navvavrathe pavargam me mohitau mama mayaya. You people, ajuštagramya vishayau, without indulging in any sense pleasures, you have been doing this tapas. Controlling your mind and the senses. Anapatyo, you did not have any child also. But when I appeared in front of you, Navvavrathe apavargame, I could have given you apavargam, moksham, liberation. But you did not ask that. And now Bhagavan says, you were totally deluded by my Maya. Lo, mohitau mama mayaya. You could have asked me, but you wanted the world. Now see the term used, apavargam is the term used for moksha here. Apavargam means what is pavarga? So in Sanskrit we have kavarga, alphabets are this way. Ka, kha, ga, gha, nga, that is called kavarga. Cha, cha, ja, jha, nya is called chavarga. Ta, tha, da, dha, na is called tavarga. Pa, pa, ba, ba, ma is called pavarga. So what are the letters there? Pa, Bha, Ba, Bha, Ma. These are the 5 letters. And these 5 letters represent samsara. So what are these letters? Pa means parabhavam. This is the experience of everyone who is in this world. Parabhava means what? Defeat. Everyone who lives in this world forgetting God, finally his feeling is a sense of defeat. This is the truth of this world. The body becomes weak, the senses become weak, nobody listens to you. The old age is that, it is miserable. Those people who are under you, now they rule over you and you are totally ignored. Yavad vittoparjana saktah tavan nija parivaro raktah paschat jivati jarjara dehe vartam kopina pruchhati gehe. As long as you are an earning member, everybody respects you and this and that. But when you become old, dilapidated, can't do anything, Vartam kopina pruchhati. Nobody cares for you. This is the nature of the world. So that is called as parabhavam. So as you become old, you have a sense of defeat. You have done so many things for so many people. Those people have forgotten you, abandoned you. Parabhavam, that is pa. Then is bha. Bha or fa, fa. Sometimes it is also pronounced as bha. This has got 2 meanings. One is phalam, karma phalam. So whoever is there in this world will have to go through karma phala. Other meaning is very interesting. Bha means fena. Fena, Fena, what is fena? Bubble, or it is the form, when that froth, this horse when it runs lot, it starts, the froth comes out of its mouth, that white thing. That is called as fena. Means what? Whoever is born here, he is born to toil and struggle. That horse, after running too much, that froth comes out. This world, whoever lives here, is full of struggle and toil and lot of effort, exhaustion. That is bha, pain. The third is ba. Ba means what? Bandhana, bondage. We are slaves of so many things, so many habits, slaves of kama krodha, slaves of ragadvesha, ahankara, mamakara, bandhana. We are bound by so many things. That is ba. Pa, pha, ba. Next one is bha, bhayam or bhiti, fear. We are scared of so many things. Constantly the fear is there with us. Pa, pha, ba, bha. Next one is ma. What is ma? Mrityu, maranam. So these are the 5 characteristics of being born, of a person who is born in this world. This will be there with everyone. So that is what is called as pavarga. So what is apavarga? Freedom from all these miseries of the world. Apavarga. So now what is Bhagavan saying? Such a golden opportunity. I was there in front asking, tell me what you want. And the highest thing you could have asked is moksha. Instead, you asked something else. I can only say it was because you got deluded by my maya. Gate mayuvam labdhva varam māṁsa-dṛśāṁ sutam gramyan bhogana bhunjatham yuvam prapta manoratho gate mai. And when I went away, you thought you have attained everything in life. Varam māṁsa-dṛśāṁ sutam. I told, tathastu. Okay, fine. If I have to be born as your son, fine. Tathastu. And then you started indulging in all pleasures. Gramyan bhogan abhunjatam. You came back to your normal life. Yuvam praptamanu. Now that we have got everything what we want, now everything is over, all the discipline gone, totally indulge in all pleasures. Okay. Now I started thinking. What did you say? I want a son like you. But then like me only I am there. There is nobody. Adrishtvānyatamam loke shīlaudarya gunai samam aham suto māṁ-bhavam prishni-garbha ite shrutah. Adrishtva, not seeing anyatamam loke, anyone else like me. Who am I? Shīla audarya gunaihi samam. An embodiment of Shīla, character, audarya, large-heartedness, gunai, virtues. Like me there is nobody. You said I want a son like you, but since like me there is nobody, therefore aham sutah vam-abhavam. I became your son. And Prishni-garbha iti shrutah, famously known as Prishni-garbha. So as Prishni and Sutapa you did tapas, you wanted a son like me. So in that birth, I was born as Prishni-garbha, the one who is born out of Prishni. So that was one birth. Again you were born, next time also. Next line. Tayorvam punarevaham Aditya māsa kaśyapat upendra iti vikyato vamanatvacha vamanah. In the next birth, you were born as Aditi and Kashyapa. First birth is Prishni and Sutapa. Next is Aditi and Kashyapa. You continued. I want you as my son. Okay. So I was born Upendra iti vikhyatah. So who is this? This Upendra, who is famously known as Vamana, Vamana avatar. Vamana means a short person. So because I was Vamana, my name was Vamana. And another name of Vamana is Upendra. Upendra means what? Younger brother of Indra. So Indra was the elder one. Elder son was Indra. So since he came after Indra, his name was Upendra. In this way, in that next birth also I was there as your son. Famously known as Upendra or Vamana. Tritiyesmin bhaveham vai tenaiva vapushatha māṁ jato bhuyastayoreva satyam me vyahritam sati. Tritiye asmin. Now this is the third time. Bhave aham tenaiva vapusha, with the same body. I have come with that same body. Amma satyam me vyahritam. I am telling you the truth. Okay. So why am I showing you this body? This Chaturbhuja form? The reason is this. Verse number 44. Etat vam darshitam rupam pragjanma smaranaya me nanyatha madbhavam jnanam martyalingena jayate. The purpose of me taking this body and showing this form to you is so that pragjanma smaranaya, may you remember what all happened in the past. If suppose I come in the normal form, then you will never be able to recognize me, that I am the Lord of the universe. So that you will recognize me as who I have come to this form, so that you can see and you can remember everything, what all had happened. That is why I am showing this form to you. Right. Is Bhagavan happy? Bhagavan is not happy. Amma, I asked you what you want. You should have asked for apavargam. I would have happily given to you. You would have been free from all miseries in life. Instead, you have chosen the world. I want you as my son means what? I give importance to a worldly relationship, a mother-son relationship. So now that you have asked that, I have no choice. You will have to be born again into the samsara. See the chart? The moment you have a worldly relationship, a worldly desire, the Om has to become the PFT. Isn't it? You will have to come to this world. Then of course I will be born as your son because I am Bhakta Paradina. I have no choice. Whatever you command, I have to obey. You have forced me to become your son. I have no choice. Well, then you will have to become the mother. For becoming the mother, you have to take a human body. And human body is full of misery. Right? Isn't it? And if you see Devaki's life, it was full of misery. Very many times we think, if Bhagavan is born as my son, it will be wonderful and all that. You had this wrong notion. Mohito mama maya. You got deluded. You got deluded in thinking that if Bhagavan is born as my son, I will be happy. Gone. As long as you don't realize Bhagavan as your own self, there is no peace for you. There is no happiness for you. There is only misery. And if you see Devaki's life, my God, 6 children dies. Later on, what happens in her life? In front of her eyes, her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren all fought among themselves, killed. In front of her eyes, Bhagavan also dies. And then you know what Devaki does? She jumps into the funeral pyre along with Vasudeva. This is how they end. So even Bhagavan is born taking the burden of the whole earth. Will you remain unaffected? People think that if Bhagavan is born, then everything, nothing doing. Mohito mama maya. You got deluded. Bhagavan himself saying, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasumam. This is the instruction of the Lord in Bhagavad Gita. This world is anityam. This world is asukham. There is no joy in this world. There is only misery in this world. It is anityam, impermanent. Don't seek this world. Don't ask for this world. Because then there is only suffering. Even if Sakshat Bhagavan has come to your son, suffering will continue because this is a law. Are you seeing the twist here? If you come to this world, suffering is guaranteed. So there is no other way. What is the way? There is only one way. We have to attain God as our own self. This is the only way to escape. Now see, because she had such a worldly desire, again and again she is born. First Prishni and Sutapa, again take birth. No moksha there. And Aditya and Kashyapa, again you take birth. Devaki Vasudeva, why are you continuing like this? Why are you constantly asking for misery? Seek me, not as son. The moment you seek me as son, then you are giving importance to the world. Because that is a worldly relationship. When you give importance to worldly relationship, you are asking for the world. And when you ask for the world, you will have to come as the PFT to enjoy the OET using the instrument of BMI. You have no choice. I wanted to give you liberation, but you have asked for bondage. See, this is where you understand the role of knowledge. See, Brahmaji asked Devaki and Vasudeva to procreate. That's all he asked. They started doing tapas. Oh, anyway, a child has to be born. Let Bhagavan himself be the child. Wonderful. They did tapas. Did they seek guidance from any guru? No. Tapas is done. Intense tapas is done. Intense tapas is like working hard without vision, without direction, without guidance. How much this knowledge is important, you will come to know. Very many people, they work hard, but without vision, without right understanding. Hard work is there, but direction is. It is like walking without seeing. First see, know the path, then walk. And the final verse of Bhagavan is, at least now, don't make this mistake. Verse number 45. Yuva mam putra bhavena brahma bhavena chasakrita chintayantau krita snehau yasyethe madgatim param. Both of you, yuvam, now you have to do. Now that, karma phala has to come. So what you have to do now? Asakrit, always. Chintayantau krita snehau. You should meditate upon me like this. Like what? First one, putra bhavena. Yes. Now there is a particular, role you are playing. You are playing the role of a mother, father. Fine. Putra bhava cannot be avoided. Love me, meditate upon me as putra. That is a worldly responsibility. But also Brahma bhavena. Meditate on me as God. It's very, very important. Otherwise, what happens? Get caught up in the world. You, Bhagavan may be your son, but if you are having only worldly relationship, you are a samsari. If you see Bhagavan as only son, you will be caught up in samsara. So therefore, very important instruction. Putra bhavena, yes, worldly responsibility that is necessary. But Brahma bhavena cha. Meditate upon me as God. Then what will happen? Yasyethe madgatim param. You will attain my state, madgati. You will be free from this misery. That supreme state, you will merge in me. You see, there are so many lessons to be learned here. You understood? What are we seeking in life? Bhagavan himself may be born as our relative, but that is in no way going to guarantee your moksha. Now some may say, no, Bhagavan. It is possible that Bhagavan deliberately deluded Devakī to ask that boon. Some people are like this. They find creative ways to. Because here Bhagavan says that you got deluded by your Maya. So they interpret it as, I deluded you so that you will ask that so that I can come and take birth and do my Leela. It's not logical. Will Bhagavan ever try to delude us? So if Bhagavan has deluded Devakī, you can always say, Bhagavan deluded me, that's why I am here. So whose blame it is? Bhagavan. Because of him I am in the world. I am suffering all because of him. He sent me to this world. That is escapism. You want to shrug off from your responsibilities. If I am deluded, I alone am responsible. Delusion comes from wrong understanding. And you can't say that Bhagavan gave me wrong understanding, therefore I am here. No, it is my own creation. Correct? If I am deluded, I alone am responsible. In fact, Bhagavan is trying to remove delusion. He will never delude you. Right? So the parting message. Parting message means it's actually the Jnanopadesha only. Enough of your suffering. Now come out of this. Enough. So this is what we find in Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhiyogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham evanukampartham aham ajnanajam tamaha nashayami atma bhavastaha jnana deepena bhasvata. That is what we find here. Those people who worship me, they may not know what my nature is, etc. But they are worshipping me sincerely. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. There's a lot of love, they are worshipping me. They don't know my nature, they don't know anything. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give them buddhi. I give them knowledge. I give them self-knowledge. So do we have a choice of self-knowledge? Absolutely no. So those devotees who ignore self-knowledge and devote themselves to this worship of the Lord, Bhagavan says, I forcefully give them self-knowledge. Dadami buddhi yogam. I light the lamp of knowledge and remove the darkness of ignorance sitting in their heart. That's what is happening here. Yuvamam putra bhavena. Not just putra bhavena, that won't be enough. Brahma bhavena. Asakrit chintayantau kritasnehau. Then madgatim param yasethe. Both of you will reach me. That is the nishreyas, the ultimate good for you. Okay, so here our discourse ends. Have you seen the twist here? If you read just, superficially all this, you will never come to know all this. The whole Bhagavatam is concentrated Upanishad. You cannot say that, no, Devakī was very happy in this world because Bhagavan himself was born as the son. Law is the same for everyone. If you are in this world, you are going to be miserable. Even if Sakshat Bhagavan is your son. In fact, if Bhagavan is your son, you will be more miserable. Because he has the burden of the whole earth. You understood? No, the person has done so much of this. No, that is another point, 12,000 divine years. What kind of tapas? You don't have to do all these things. Have the right direction first. Yes, if Bhagavan has to be born as your son, you have to do all this. But is it necessary? Know yourself, be liberated. That is the message. You don't have to go through all this. Learn from the mistakes of others, in short. That is the glory of Guru Parampara. They show you the path. This is the path. Don't take all these paths. There are so many people who have done mistakes. Don't follow the same mistake. This is the way. Go. Right. May we all walk the path shown by our glorious Guru Parampara and attain to that self and attain supreme peace. Madhava Madhusūdana Giridhari Giridhari Madhava Madhusūdana Giridhari Giridhari Nandana Yadu Nandana Govardhana Giridhari Nandana Yadu Nandana Govardhana Giridhari Madhava Madhusūdana Giridhari Giridhari Dīnavatsala Mukunda Mohana Hare Dīnavatsala Mukunda Mohana Hare Balagopala Hare Pītambaradhari Balagopala Hare Pītambaradhari Madhava Madhusūdana Giridhari Giridhari भक्तवत्सला परम पावना हरे। भक्तवत्सला परम पावना हरे। नंद गोपाल हरे गोवर्धन धारी। नंद गोपाल हरे गोवर्धन धारी। माधव मधुसूदन गिरिधारी गिरिधारी। गिरिधारी गिरिधारी। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।